Hello students, I am Manasa. Now we will discuss about the crops and cropping patterns in India especially. These are the few questions asked by the UPSC previous year papers and as well as recent UPSC examinations. Cropping crops is one of the repeated theme and most favorite theme to the UPSC. As you all of you know, cropping patterns are of three patterns: Kharif, Rabi and Zaid. Kharif is the crop which is growing in the monsoon season. Rabi, which will grow in the winters. And Zaid especially in the summer seasons. Which crops come under this Zaid is very easy. Mostly like fruits, vegetables and fodder will come under this Zaid. And when come to the Rabi crops, Rabi which means winter season. In where especially wheat, barley, mustard will grow in the northern regions. And similar to this, groundnuts, maize will grow in the southern zones. When coming to the Kharif crop is the major important cropping season of the India, which consists of different crops like rice, cotton, bajra, jowar. Everything comes under Kharif. Rest of the which we didn't discuss in this Rabi and Zaid, rest of the crops will come under the Kharif season. But what you have to remember is, in this, there is a differentiation of these north and south zones. In northern states, the cropping patterns will differ. But in the south zones, in all these three seasons, rice is the common thing. Rice will grow in Kharif, rice will grow in Rabi season and rice will grow in Zaid. This thing should be remembered. And at the same time, groundnut. Groundnut is also grow in this Kharif and Rabi season, commonly in the southern states. When coming to the crops, usually they give the description about that crop and ask that which crop is this at questions. In this, you have to be thorough that on which soil and the type of climate required for that crops, and at the same time where it is the leading producer or where it is grown more frequently. These points have to be remembered. First thing is rice. Rice is the one crop which requires high rainfall and at the same time high temperature. But in recent times, more irrigation facilities in the India will help to reach the other regions like Punjab and Haryana also. And at the same time, normally alluvial soil is the ideal soil for the rice cultivation. And West Bengal is the leading producer of the rice. This is the description they usually give about the rice. And next important crop is wheat. You have to remember that wheat and maize are parallels, which it requires moderate temperature and at the same time moderate rainfall. And it also requires the light showers at the starting of this cropping. This is mostly seen in the northeast monsoon season, especially in Punjab and Haryana regions. Next are millets. Millets include jowar, bajra and ragi, which are the major millets. And at the same time, there are some minor millets like kodo millet, etc. These millets, which requires the dry land farming. It doesn't require lots of water, high temperature and low rainfall, which is the ideal for this millet growth. And also red soils or yellow soil, the ideal soil which these millets can be grown. And when it's coming to the other crops like cotton. Cotton is one of the favorite area to the UPSC. They usually gave this description that it requires the moderate rainfall and light showers at the starting of the season, but they will mention this 210 frost-free days for cotton. 210 frost-free days for the cotton in the description. At the same time, cotton will grow in the black soil. These 2 points will be given in the description. And cotton is especially growing in the southern states like Tamil Nadu and in the northern states like Gujarat and Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh area. Actually, cotton requires moderate temperature and moderate rainfall. But complete opposite is jute. Jute which requires typical tropical type of environment like high temperature and high rainfall. And one of the leading producer of the jute is West Bengal. Bangladesh is the leading country in the world which produces almost 60% of the jute. Jute will be growing in the alluvial soil or laterite soil. And next coming to these oil seeds. Oil seeds is also parallel to these millets, which is the dryland farming, which requires low amount of the rainfall and high temperatures, which is like, for example, groundnuts, rape seeds, etc. And another major important crop is sugarcane. Sugarcane, which will typically grow in the tropical areas. That means it also requires the high temperature and high rainfall. But another point must be remembered here is, it requires the low temperature or low sunny days during their harvesting season, which helps to hold the more sugar content in the sugarcane. This point has to be remembered. And one of the leading producer of sugarcane and it is the highest metric tons of crops which are growing in India. And another two important beverages you have to keep in mind is tea and coffee. Tea, which will especially grow in the Darjeeling and Assam region. Tea, which requires like high rainfall, and at the same time, it also requires the low temperatures. And coffee, which is contrast to the tea, which requires high rainfall and also the high temperature. So this coffee is mostly producing in the southern states, especially Kerala, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu, and some regions of Andhra Pradesh. And have to keep in mind that this is another question which asked in UPSC 2023. Coffee is also producing in some northeastern states like Manipur and Mizoram, and at the same time in Odisha. You have to keep it in the mind. And another thing is Arabica is the most produced coffee type in India. Arabica, Robusta, and Liberica. These are the different types. Arabica is the most commonly produced in India, but Robusta has the strong flavor which is produced in these Middle East and UK countries. And in recent CDS examination, they asked about this Baba Wooden Hills. This Baba Wooden Hills is the first where the coffee is grown by the British or English people. This is famous for the coffee farming, even in recent times also. So Baba Wooden Hills have to be noted, and it is another interesting fact about Baba Wooden Hills is it is the iron-rich area where the Dharwar series also present. This have to be keep in the mind. Thank you.